Toronto Maple Leafs legend, Manitoba legend James Reimer, right?
Of course.
Rumor has it, this is back in like 2010-2011 season, but so James with the Toronto Marlies gets called up to the Leafs, and James is a very religious man. We've documented it over the years. He's a Mennonite. So he gets called up, bags and sticks. He's in Toronto, right? They're going from Ricoh Coliseum, home of the Marlies, down to the Air Canada Centre, now the Scotiabank Arena. And so James comes in the locker room. Now, in pro sports, and I think college and junior is the same way, but in pro sports for sure, we have what we call team court. So we have our adjudicator who, he bangs them out and says, hey, you're getting fined $1 for bitch of the week. Hey, you fell in warm-ups, that's $5. Hey, we just don't like you, there's $10. And we get all this money together at the end of the year for a wicked stereo system or a party, or like all this money goes towards something. And so James comes in the locker room, and the adjudicator says, hey, Reimer, is it true you don't beat off or vote? Because apparently Mennonites don't vote, but that changed, I guess, 100 years ago. They decided they were going to start voting, which I thought was so funny, because James is like the most innocent guy ever.
Well, you got to keep in mind that, so for the American audience, Amish, when you think of Amish, you're thinking horse and buggy, right? When it comes to the Mennonites, there's a difference between Mennonites in Eastern Canada and then Mennonites in Western Canada. Mennonites in Western Canada still practice the religion, but they don't necessarily practice the horse and buggy. That's more of an Eastern Ontario thing for the most part. Hutterites are more commonly known in Western Canada as the people that kind of are off the grid. They do everything by horse and buggy and nail and hammer. So I can understand why that question would come out, but I don't think James Reimer, just because he carries the Mennonite name, is necessarily a horse and buggy type of guy. So that's it's a bit of an ignorant question, but funny nonetheless.
Yeah, can you imagine you show up the morning skate, and then there's like Matt Sundin, and there's like all the legends. They have their BMWs, their Maseratis. There's Reimer with the horse and buggy.
That's making a statement, man. Listen, I would love to see somebody come in via horse and buggy one day, or on a horse. Could you imagine in Calgary? Oh, imagine Nazem Kadri strolling into Saddledome Arena on a horse. That would go viral in a heartbeat.
Or think about even in 2004 in the Cup final, you get Miki Kiprusoff, the party legend, him and Chad Kroger turning up on a horse to the Saddledome with a hat for Game 6. Or Jerome McGinley. I mean, obviously you get the police escort, of course. But wouldn't that be iconic?
Hey, if you enjoyed this video, hit the subscribe button. We do a new podcast every single Sunday during the season called Sling the Biscuit. It is a non-mainstream hockey podcast, so we talk about my hockey career, the minor pros, Spain, the Fed, you name it, all the stuff that you won't hear in the mainstream news.
Music,
Pop culture.
politics, a little bit.
Thanks for watching this video, and we'll see you soon.